Hey Virgo. Boy, do we need to talk. Your reading is going to be a little different than everyone else's because if you don't already know, Pisces and Virgo are opposite signs. So I've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo's reading, and now I'm to you, Virgo. And I'm very passionate about your guys' reading this month because it is your season. So happy birthday, you guys. I know some of you guys are August Virgo, so your birthday is already passed, and I hope that you guys had a good birthday. But some of you guys are September Virgos. We're still in Virgo season. So for those of you who haven't had a birthday yet, I hope it goes great. In astrology, your birthday is actually called your solar return, and it means when the sun comes back to the exact point when you were born, right? So happy solar returns. Very intense energy for the sun to be directly on your spirit. It's almost like being born again. And as a Pisces, I've been kind of trying to explain to all the other signs so far how intense Virgo energy can be for me. And it's no disrespect to you guys because I really love you guys. I'm with a Virgo energy. And she happens to ground me very much and make me more practical. And it's weird how when I think about Virgo, whether it's the person I'm with or my dad or friend or Virgo energy, angel, you know what I mean? I feel the same energy. And I think that's a part of being a Pisces and your opposite sign. So what I've been trying to tell everybody, the first 8 minutes or so of all the videos, or if you're watching the Cancer video, about 15 minutes. Well, I'm trying to do my best to explain kind of where I'm at as a tarot reader and as a spiritualist and as a Pisces and as a person. And I was trying to explain a little bit about the unique process that happens when the sun enters Virgo for me. I haven't always been this into astrology, but August and September have always been an interesting month for me. And little did I know it's because there's always a Pisces full moon in September. So Virgo, it's weird now because I'm not talking about your energy, I'm talking to your energy. And what I've been telling people is that for me, when the sun enters Virgo, you know how Pisces and Virgo are opposites. So it's like the sun is the farthest away from me, if you think about that. So when the sun is in Pisces, the sun is directly opposite of you. And I'm not sure if in February and March you start to feel that kind of cold feeling or left out in the cold or misunderstood. But it's not your fault. It's just how the universe is set up. And I believe that we are all designed, we have like these certain times in life that we're supposed to feel certain things. And I accept right now that this is just time for me to kind of take part in a certain battle, where I have to feel certain feelings of left out in the cold, or certain feelings of more or less what it is just when Virgo season happens, it's like my ass is grounded, and all of a sudden I'm aware of all the flaws of myself and other people in the world and my house and my meal that I just tried to cook, and oh my god, I have a pimple, things like that. Like, Virgo, you are so good at paying attention to the details of things. And you're that way because Pisces is more so oblivious to the details, because it's like everything Virgo analyzes is ultimately what Pisces ends up feeling. And that's why we're soulmates, because Virgo doesn't have time to feel things. Not that you don't feel, it's just you are too busy analyzing the details and getting the information all organized and gathered up. Okay, very important, Pisces and Virgo energy. And Pisces and Virgo energy is very, very popular and intense this month. So what I'm trying to say is, I've been thinking about these readings for a while, and I knew Virgo season was coming up, and I know how Virgo season has an effect on me. So I had my insecurities. I had a little bit of, I was wondering how I would do my tarot reading, because details really matter in Virgo season. The angels are recruited and they're very analytical. It's not a bad thing. I'm just aware of these energies. When the sun comes into Virgo, every Virgo everywhere, it becomes more critical, and they want their life to be better. And it's just like Pisces season. Everyone gets emotional. Everyone gets, kind of intuitive, and their dreams start to, we all have zodiac energy. So for you, Virgo, it is very analytical. It is about the facts. And let's face it, tarot and dreams and stuff like that is your opposite sign. It's Pisces, and that's what I am. I'm a Pisces, and that's what I do. So things like dreams and spirituality, for me, what happens is they become more logical. For other people, it actually might be kind of a battle between the two. But you and me are kind of lucky, Virgo, because we are a part of these energies. So the sun is in Virgo, and tomorrow the moon will be full in Pisces, the harvest moon. The moon is a very odd red color right now. There's a very interesting energy in the universe. So Virgo and Pisces, very popular zodiac signs this month. And I'm just looking at my notes here because what I'm trying to say is that I really wanted to just, be creative. Even though Virgo energy is like needs to be structured, it's really an illusion. It's just an illusion of energy that's based, and it's definitely my perception is altered because I'm the opposite of Virgo. So this energy comes down really harsh on me, you guys, just to be honest. And I know that you probably excel. Taurus and Capricorn probably excel at this energy, and the earth signs probably appreciate it a lot more. But, I just like to flow and create, and I don't really like things to be structured or have a schedule but when Virgo season comes along, I definitely do start thinking about that kind of stuff and how maybe if my work was more scheduled or more detailed, that it could be better. So I do thank you guys for that kind of energy because it really helps Pisces. It really helps my dreams. It really helps my emotional state, and it helps my spiritual work. So, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm not going to really have the astrological details because it's not really important to me. Because how last month and the month before that I kind of went through and talked about some of the important astrological things happening. Well, I have some notes here, so I wanted to incorporate a little bit of Virgo energy and talk about details, but for the most part, we're going to go a different direction with this. So first, let's get the details out of the way. Virgo, you have a lot of energy happening in September for you. You have the sun in Virgo. You're going to have Mercury in Virgo eventually. Mercury was in Virgo. Mercury went direct today. A ruling planet went direct. So, Mercury retrograde can be a son of a bitch. And now we can all return back to our kind of normal states where we can sign things and start new things and buy things online, stuff like that. So if things were going wrong for you, Virgo, have no fear. Mercury direct is here. And that reminds me, I need to post on Facebook that Mercury is direct today. So yeah, but the interesting part, okay, so we haven't even talked about the Leo eclipse. How did you guys deal with that? What did the angels think about that eclipse? Because I happen to know that eclipse was really intense, okay? And a lot of intense energies happening with that eclipse. A lot of light and dark. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But really what I want to tell you is that Mercury went direct at the same point of the eclipse. So the eclipse was at 28 degrees Leo. And Mercury and Mars are at 28 degrees Leo right now. Mercury will go back direct. I mean, it is direct already. But Mercury will go back into Virgo the 19th. And then you'll have Venus in your sign. And then you'll have Mars in your sign. And the Pisces full moon tomorrow is interesting for you because it's your opposite sign. So, I'm always dissing Virgo and talking about how they're my 7th house and how Mercury's in my 7th house. Well, now it's in my 6th house of Leo. But 7th house is all about relationships. And since I'm with a Virgo, so I am in a relationship with a Virgo, it gets kind of interesting. I'm really not afraid of 7th house energy, but I know that she has the potential to embody some of that 7th house energy. So I've had Mercury retrograde in my 7th house. I have Mars in my 7th house now. Nice. I'm gonna have Venus in my 7th house, so that could be good for like relationships for Pisces and for my relationship. So my point is that until I was watching a video the other night where this astrologer was talking about all the signs, and he got to Virgo and he's like, yeah, Virgo, you guys have had Neptune in your 7th house. I was like, holy shit. So there are two spectrums to this. The world doesn't revolve around Pisces. Like, no, I'm just kidding. I don't think that at all. But you know what I mean? Like, I was always thinking about it like that Virgo's my seventh house. Well, Pisces is also Virgo's seventh house. So you're going to have um, a full moon in your seventh house. So a lot of completions with relationships, even new beginnings with relationships. And not only love relationships, but friendships, family member relationships. So, just know that tomorrow on the 6th that, and this is on the 6th, okay, angel number. You're the 6th house. This moon is on the 6th. And Mercury went direct right before this moon. So there's a lot of crazy energy going on. It's not crazy like woo, but crazy like woo. Something is going on in the heavens. So Virgo, if you didn't know, you have Neptune retrograde in your seventh house, and you also have Chiron. I'm not sure if Chiron's retrograde, but it's in Pisces. So for you, it's like just know, and Neptune retrograde has been going on for a while, a couple months, I want to say. So just know that as far as Neptune being the planet of spirituality and illusion and dreams, that the people you've been meeting in life and perhaps the people that you've been in relationships with could have something to do with either a spiritual purpose, or it could also borderline on the fact of an illusion. Because that's what I was thinking about. Like to have Neptune retrograde in your seventh house, definitely, in the area of people in relationships, the balance of other people's relationships, that that means that the people that you're with, either in love relationships or friendships or people you work with, anyone like that, it's because of a spiritual thing, but it's retrograde, so it's almost like from the past almost. And okay, so while we're talking about that, I just want to explain a little bit to you about this reading and about what's going on with me. Okay, so that Leo eclipse, I believe that we all have light and dark, and this video has been the most comfortable video as far as explaining that energy, because Virgo energy is the reason why I'm doing this. I'm doing light and dark readings, if you couldn't tell by the title of this video. And the reason because of that is because I've been on my own personal journey with light and dark. I am with my twin flame, and my twin flame is light and masculine, and I've had to accept the fact that I'm dark and feminine. And if you guys are into the twin flame journey, then you might know a little bit of what I'm talking about. But, just to keep it kind of logical and simple to a certain extent, we all have masculine and feminine energies. Virgo, you have a complete balance of masculine and feminine. And by balance, I don't mean that it feels balanced. I mean that it appears balanced. Even in the angels in tarot, they either look like a man or a woman. They're just beautiful. It doesn't matter what their gender is or what their sex is. They just look beautiful like humans. And that's how all the Virgos look in my life. Like the men Virgo I know are feminine, and the feminine Virgos I know are kind of masculine. So you see what I mean by angels are kind of androgynous. I think that's the word. They're just kind of like genderless, and I love that. Well, another thing about Virgo, because light is masculine energy is light, and feminine energy is dark. And the reason why is because the sun is masculine, and the sun is very bright and light, right? Well, the moon is feminine, and she is dark. So in a way, earth and water are dark, and fire and air are light. And that's just how the universe goes. So I say all that because I've been on this really big journey, this long journey, learning about the light and the dark. Can you believe that I used to be a person who thought I was all light? For the first 21 years of my life, I definitely lived like everything was supposed to be good, and I was supposed to be humble and kind and all these light things, and it really exhausted me. I never really felt like I was living up to my purpose when I was under that illusion. So recently, kind of like right after meeting my twin flame last year, and after like 2017 got here, I've just been really learning a lot about dark and light energy, and I've gotten less afraid of the dark, not afraid of it at all anymore. And this all happened because of learning about my own moon sign, and learning about my own soul, learning about my own darkness. And really everyone is light and dark. Everyone is male and female. It takes a male and female to make us. We are all light and dark. And if anything, Virgo and Libra understand that. The angels understand that, okay? So for the readings today, I decided to bring out my Indigo Angel deck. I have not read with these yet. And I just want you to know that these cards were actually given to me by a Virgo. Okay, so this is a very angelic thing. So I'm going to be bringing out the angel deck to get some light cards from you. So talking about the light and the dark here, I definitely wanted to go both spectrums today and get some dark messages as well. And if there's anything that I've realized, Virgo, is that you probably already know this, and the reason why it took me a while to learn it is because my opposite sign knows it. And that's just how it works. Whatever, kind of like it takes Virgo a little bit longer to understand emotion and understand spirituality. That's because I took all that up when I was a Pisces, you know what I mean? So, that's why Pisces isn't really that grounded either, because Virgo is very grounded. And whatever you are, I can't be that good, because I'm supposed to come in where you lack. Do you see what I mean? Like the yin and yang type of thing. So we definitely have a yin and yang type of feel, light and the dark energies. And another thing I want to say real quick before we start your reading is that since we're in all this retrograde energy, retrogrades are kind of like a blast from the past, going backwards a little bit. I definitely thought it would be kind of cool to get cards about our past, present, and future, because the planets have been moving in so many different angles, and I think we're learning a lot about our past and our present and our future, where we've been, where we are, where we're going. So 3 cards today. I have a 6-card reading, 3 cards from the light and 3 cards from the dark, and it goes in the order of past, present, and future. Okay, so let's get started, Virgo, and we're going to start with the light first. So in your past position, and I forgot to mention that I've already shuffled, okay? I'm looking at your reading, and the reason why that is because these cards you're going to see in a minute, they're really big. And the new deck that I just got in the beginning of September from a Virgo is very pointy. And these videos are already going to be like 40 to an hour long. And, it really does take me a longer time to shuffle them. And it's not, I will pull a regular tarot card for you guys and shuffle on camera, but as far as these cards, they really take a long time, and I'm very patient. But when I'm recording, I kind of get, like, if the cards don't come out, I'm worried about if you guys are impatient, and I'm worried about what people are thinking, and oh my god, what if the card doesn't come out? It's Virgo season, things need to be perfect right now, so I just have been shuffling for everyone, and I really like this. Let me know what you guys think about this, but it takes the pressure off me. I get the same very profound messages, and I get to do that kind of in a solitude kind of way. So anyway, Virgo, the angels have showed me that in the past you have the allow love card. So Virgo, in your past, and let's keep this honest, the past can be 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, a second ago. So this is going to be up to you to interpret, but you were in a situation where you needed to allow love, where you needed to accept love into your life. And one interesting thing about this card, that I can see is that this lady is it looks like she's being forced to give up her heart. She doesn't want to, okay? And that's why this card is a little bit interesting, because she does want to, but she's really afraid to, okay? So I have these books here that talk about what these cards mean. So of course it's Virgo season, and I want to get the real meaning for things, and then I'm going to also heed my own intuition as well as you should. So this card talks about, in this book, about how it can be hard to feel loved sometimes. And especially it talked about indigo children, okay? And I believe a lot of Virgos, especially those born in 1970, around that time, 1980, indigo children, okay? Research the topic if you don't know what I mean. This is indigo angel deck. So I do believe that a lot of Virgos watching my channel are from different generations, and they are indigos. Okay. So it talks about, this deck is all about indigo children, okay? So it's talking about how indigo children don't really like authority, okay? And Virgo doesn't really like authority either. Virgo is more of the boss figure. Virgo is more of the leader, or who's in charge. You don't like to follow orders because, let's face it, Virgo, there's nothing anybody could do better than you. Like, if you're going to fix a tire, if you were in a competition, it's like you could do it quicker, you could do it better, you could do it safer, you could do it faster, whatever. Virgo just knows how. It's no bragging or trying to call you guys out or anything, but that's how your guys' energy is. Like, I need you to accept that you guys just know you're the 6th house of lifestyle. A lot goes into our lifestyle. So, you just kind of know the ins and outs about that. Well, this card talks about not liking authority because of that. Because if you have such a mind of your own, you are ruled by Mercury. You don't really like when authoritative figures come around you, like at work. You might deal with that a lot. So, this is talking about feeling like people who are above you, or feeling people who are an authority. Okay, so maybe a boss figure, or maybe even a partner that you're with, they might intimidate you. But okay, so it's telling me that Virgo wasn't able to feel loved by someone because of how superior they and it was making you feel a little sad. Okay, it made you feel a little and this was in the past, so made you feel a little bit vulnerable, and you didn't really like that. So you kind of were thinking that someone didn't love you, whether it was a family member or a relationship or a friendship. So it's talking about feeling hard to feel loved. So Virgo, in the past, you probably didn't feel like many people loved you. You may have been feeling rejected or upset. When you upset people, I know Virgo really hates to be wrong, and it's not about hating to be wrong. It's hating. You don't want to fail. Like, what? I'm a Virgo. I made a mistake. Where? What? When? And how? Like, because you guys just don't like that. You're angels. Why would an angel like to, make a mistake? That is not a very good feeling. So it's talking about upsetting people and feeling like you're rejected because of that. So you might be personally attaching yourself to someone's feelings when they get upset. So Virgo, you may have upset someone in your past and you kept personally attaching to it, which made you feel rejected. You were making your own self feel rejected, when if you would have just focused on that person's feelings and fixed them. Like, I hate saying that because I don't like to admit that feelings can be fixed. But I think if Virgo were to open their heart up and allow love, if they would allow that compassion, if they would allow that feeling that you were supposed to learn in Leo season, guys, then I think you would be able to release a little bit of that personal attachment to perfectionism. And I'm telling you, you guys, if you were to cross over to the spiritual and the emotional world, because I see Virgo every day, just physically perfect, physically grounding everything. This energy has been here for a few weeks now. Virgo, you're so good at what you do, but you hardly ever find yourself in the territory of emotions and feelings. And I really want to know why that is, because I think you guys would do great at making people feel better. If you took on the same energy of making people feel better as you did if fixing a car tire or working, you would just, people, I feel the love from Virgo. I feel like a lot of people feel the love from Virgo, but you guys can seem a little critical sometimes. And I think it's just because you don't like to feel rejected. And sometimes it's that you feel loved. So in the past, you had to allow love. And I really hope that you guys did allow that love in. This talks about things feeling unjust. You know what I mean? It talks about things feeling unfair. But the angels are here to tell you, Virgo, that if anything in your life, if the past has seemed a little bit unbalanced or unfair to you, if you feel a little bit left out in the cold, like no one loves you, or like maybe even that the universe doesn't love you, this is allowing the universe's love in. This is allowing God's love in, allowing the angels' love in, not just a person or a human. It's allowing that feeling of love. Like, I feel like Virgo just didn't feel loved in their past. Like, they were feeling depressed, down, and like it wouldn't matter if they were really alive or not. And that hurts my feelings so bad because I love Virgo so much. But it's one thing I know is that you could love someone till the death of you, but if they won't allow that love in, it's just going to be a brick wall, right? You have to be the one to allow this love in. You have to take a risk and make yourself vulnerable. And this also talks about rules and following rules, and that sometimes that's just the way it has to be, so it's very Virgo, very I just feel this is from the universe. It's not really rules in society or rules at job. It's the harshness that you guys have felt as soon as the sun entered Virgo. You're like, okay, yeah, I haven't been doing things right. My life isn't where I want to be. The universe is so upset at me. The angels are laughing at me. And it may not be true, but it's what you feel. So it's your truth, and it's what I'm picking up on. And I'm really sorry to hear that, you guys. I'm glad that the Allow Love card came up, because I can tell that this is really your energy. And really, the key and the answer to this is to allow love in. So if there are people around you that you're a pretty good judge of character, Virgo, if people love you and if you're being appreciated, and if people are grateful for you, then I think you should allow that love in. And it's in your past position. So some of you very much may be in the present moment of allowing love. It also talks about meditating. So some of you need to meditate on that, and the universe will reveal to you what areas of life you should allow love. So let's move on, and this is the light messages, of course, the angel messages. Let's move on to the present. We had nature come up for you guys. I love this, that this came up for you because it's Virgo season. You guys are earth signs, and it's time to get out in nature, baby. So this is talking about someone who's extremely sensitive, and I know that this is the universe and the angels talking about Virgo. Virgo is very, very sensitive, okay? Extremely sensitive. I know you guys are very intimidating and you seem very grounded, but you guys are sensitive people. I'm sorry to break that secret out, but you are very lovely, soft souls, you know, and that exterior that you guys put up to scare people away, it's to protect that beautiful angelic soul that you have, you know what I mean? Very soft, very lovely people. Another thing, Virgo, is you may not realize this as much as you should, but as an empath and as a very gentle soul like you really do absorb negative energies. You see how this lightning bolt is shooting down? So there are some energies in your life that could feel very electrified like that. Like the energy is very negative and kind of just shocking a little bit, and it can very much drain you. So it's time to step away and spend some time in nature. Make sure you guys are getting out in nature. Very important for you in this Virgo season. There's a lot of energy going on. Okay, there's a lot of earth energy in the universe on the zodiac wheel. So it'd be great for you guys to take a walk at least every other day. Even if you just, I know my girlfriend, she likes to sit outside when things get bad. She just like kind of revealed that secret to me, that when you breathe in, you know, like I have a window open right now, and it's just that's why I'm not really looking at you guys. I'm like really staring outside. It's Virgo season, so I'm just looking at all this green trees and growth and the sun and the sky. And you know, it's just, even not, I'm not outside, but it feels better, you know. So nature has a way of healing you. So yeah, time to step away and spend some time in nature, you guys. Time to explore the world outside your house. I feel like a lot of Virgos have been really cooped up. It's about to be winter, Virgo. And you know, you're not gonna be able to go outside and just take a nice walk without freezing your tits off. So go outside and enjoy this. I mean, it's getting a little nipply out. I'm a little cold. Like after your video, I'll probably take a break for a while, shut the window, and like honestly just go chill and like levitate, if you know what I mean, ease my mind. But yeah, it's time to get outside and enjoy the breeze like I am right now. And it's time to do that before the snow comes and before the cold really comes. So this is your present moment coming up for the light, and it's telling you to get back out in nature. Explore the world outside of your home. Connect with our beautiful planet. Virgo, the sun is in your sign. And when the sun is in your sign, the universe is allowing you a certain awareness that no other sign is going to get. Okay, you have this full moon in Pisces coming up, going to reveal a lot of spiritual truths to you as well. So connect with the planet. It's about grounding. Okay, there's no better place to ground than outside, barefoot if you can. Ground yourself and then release those energies. You know, the energies that you hang around every day, the bad people you work with, you can get rid of that by grounding. The universe, nature is definitely what's coming up for your present moment, and that's what's ultimately going to heal you. And I think it has a little bit to do with that allow love as well, because you need to allow love to even align with nature. So let's go to your future, Virgo. What has not arrived yet? We did the past and the present, and now we're going to look into the future of the angels. And sure enough, we had Archangel Metatron come out for you. So the archangels are going to be visiting you in the future, Virgo. Literally, it's going to be Libra season. So the archangels are on the way. The Virgos are here now. And, you know, this archangel has a few messages for you. This is the first angel of the Tree of Life, so I thought that was pretty amazing. Pretty much, I'm not trying to show favoritism. Archangel Michael, Uriel, Raphael, you guys, it's still good angels. But, you know, Archangel Metatron, and this is a man, by the way. So you see what I mean by female and male? This is a man. Archangel Metatron is a man. I talked to Archangel Metatron a lot. Thought it was a girl at first, not gonna lie. But, okay, so this angel, all right, first angel of life. And it helps on new spiritual paths. So I'm getting the sense that a lot of you Virgos have awakened, and the sun in Virgo has probably really awakened you and enlightened you to certain things. And you, in the future, are definitely going to be going down a different spiritual path, because why would Archangel Metatron be visiting you? Archangel Metatron helps people on a new spiritual path. So just be looking out and ready to embrace and receive this new spiritual path coming in your future position. Archangel Metatron, besides helping with the spiritual path, new journeys, it also brings peace and balance. Okay, so this is a very Libra energy for me. I feel like Archangel Metatron is going to visit you at the end of September. Libra season does start on the 22nd. So, I think that these archangels are going to be coming to help their brothers and sister angels. So he does bring peace and balance right around the time of Libra season. He also brings calming and understanding. So he's telling you to let go of any resentment that you may have and forgive. And this is coming up in your future position, Virgo. So there may be certain situations, maybe even energy from your past that is brought back up into your future, where you may need to forgive certain people. Because right now is obviously a time to allow love and to get into nature. And none of that has to do with like the negative vibrations of resentment and guilt, all that crap. It needs to be forgiven. And Archangel Metatron is here to give you that light and to show you the way and the path to this spiritual path. And if you're starting a new spiritual path, Virgo, one of the main things that you do on the path of enlightenment is you forgive and you understand, okay? You don't hold resentment in your heart because of something that has happened, okay? It's time to let go of everything because life is very different than what it used to be. That Leo eclipse changed everything. So embrace your new life, Virgo. Your future looks very bright. So now let's get some messages from the dark, okay? There's a balance between that. And there's only certain things that the light can show you. So I'm going to read the next 3 cards, and they are in relation to the card that is above them. So the first 3 cards, and then it's in order, and I will hold them up at the end, so don't worry. For your past, the darkness would like to show you growth. And when I first got these cards, I was very interested in this card, okay? And this is the 12th card. This is 6 times 2. 6 plus 2 is, 6 times, oh, never mind. It was backwards. This is definitely 21, but 21, 2 plus 1 is 3, so there's numerology still. So this is actually 3, okay, which is a trinity. This is very angelish. But grove, okay, there's this cat, and he looks pretty stiff for the most part. A lot of fall leaves. This is a lot of earth energy, but there's a stone cold seat. I'm very drawn to that stone cold seat. So the grove comes up as a healing energy. It's definitely healing wounds and mending your heart. So Virgo, in the past, some of you may have been dealing with a broken heart. Some of you may have been dealing with any pain. It could be physical pain. It could be, but I'm really more so feeling like spiritual and emotional pain. And you know what I mean, Virgo, if you've been feeling lost, and this is the past. So yesterday, a month ago, a year ago, I just know that my opposite sign, Virgo, has been going through some pain. And I know that life has been kind of difficult for you guys. It's been real difficult. I keep up with your guys' readings, and it's been really, really difficult. For most of you. I know some of you may be doing fine. Maybe some of you don't relate to this, but the Virgos I know can relate to this, and the ones who hopefully watch my channel. So this is coming up as an apology, Virgo. So you may have gotten an apology in the past just because this is the past position of the card. It was your first card, past, present, and future. So you may have gotten an apology from someone, or you may have apologized to someone. You were remorseful about something. The Grove card is really buckling down and biting your tongue and apologizing about something. And I know how hard that can be for Virgo, because to apologize for something is to admit fault. And to admit fault is to therefore admit an error or a mistake that you made. And I know you don't make those very much. So I get it, Virgo. But, sometimes that can hurt people's feelings, because even the most perfect people mess up sometimes. So this is you actually grounding yourself and humbling yourself and actually apologizing for something that you did. So this is coming up to tell you that relationships need to be repaired and that no one is perfect. It literally says that in this book, that no one is perfect, and this is talking about hurt and pain from the past. And oh, that's really weird, because this is in the past. So this is coming up to heal all energy. When someone pulls this card in a reading, this card is available to heal all your wounds, emotional wounds, physical wounds, mental wounds, you know what I mean, spiritual wounds, anything, Virgo, especially a broken heart. That's what it said. The last sentence of this card is that the grove will heal a broken heart. So if some of my Virgos are brokenhearted out there, just know that this stone grove is, you could probably take a seat on this and think about all the pain that you've been feeling. And I guess in a way that would be helpful, because when you got back up, you could wander out of that forest with a new attitude. So that did come up, Virgo, for your past, and that was the dark. The dark is going to show you what you try to hide. And I feel that you've been trying to hide that pain, okay? You must be going through more pain than what you really want to admit, and that's okay because you don't want to get too down in the dumps, right, Virgo? So for your present moment, the dark would like to show you the moon. And I love this card, okay, Virgo? Couldn't pick the better, and this came out on its own. I don't pick your cards, my intuition does. But the spirits are showing me the moon card, and you see this very full, beautiful moon and this mysterious spiritual black cat down here. Your present moment. So this card talks about intuition, okay? And I believe that this is for the Pisces full moon tomorrow. So your present moment is you need to trust your gut. You definitely need to trust your intuition at this very moment. Do not question your intuition, Virgo. The angels are very much on your side. You are an angel. Why does everybody think Virgo is so logical? I think it's because they're the opposite sign of Pisces, but Virgo is low-key intuitive as fuck. Virgo is low-key spiritual as fuck. Like, I know, I'm a Pisces, and when I get around Virgo, I just feel this very secretive, spiritual-ass energy, and I'm like, why are you standing still when you can fly right now? Virgos are very secretive, and that's part about being the moon. The moon goes through phases, and the moon definitely only shows certain parts of herself, but she's going to be completely full tomorrow in Pisces. And Pisces energy is all about spirituality. Pisces energy is all about dreaming and illusions, okay? So just be aware of the illusions that may be in your life now, Virgo. And the only reason to decipher between that is through your intuition. You really have to look beyond the obvious right now. And it's so weird because it's Virgo season. So I know that you're compelled to be very logical and to gather all the facts and evidence, but facts leave no room for possibilities. I heard that on one of my favorite movies. So the moon is here to show you what you should be aware of. This is your intuition for sure. And I would also like you to pay attention to your dreams, Virgo, especially around tomorrow and the following week. Because, you're getting your solar return and you are receiving prophetic messages in your dreams. So make sure you're looking beyond the obvious, and things aren't always what they seem. So don't analyze too much. Make sure you're using that opposite sign Pisces energy to allow that moon to show you where you may have missed a few underlying details, especially when it comes to someone's emotions or when it comes to behind the scenes feelings and stuff like that. It's not always as easy as 4 + 2 is 5 or 6. I mean, obviously it's not that easy because I just got that wrong. But you know what I mean, Virgo. It's not always easy as 1 + 2 is 3, I guess. So yeah, look beyond the facts and the hard evidence, because there's more to the picture, and this is coming up in your present moment, Virgo. So you're very psychic right now. You're very intuitive right now, and you're always intuitive and psychic. Coming up in your present moment. I love that moon card. So if you're getting a weird feeling about something, Virgo, if you have a weird feeling about someone you're with, or if you have a weird feeling about a situation, don't question it. It's honest. It's real. The angels are giving you guidance. Follow it. Trust it. So for your future, Virgo, the dark would like to show you the High Priestess of Fire. Now, it would have been cool if the High Priestess of Earth came out for you. There's the High Priestess of all the elements. But this is what's coming up for you. This is what the angels would like to show you when it comes to the dark side. So this is about creativity and passion, okay? This is a very warm and light card. This is about inspiration and joy. And it's time to create your own reality. That's what the High Priestess of Fire is coming in to say. And this is great to come into your future, because this hasn't arrived yet. Soon after this video, in the coming weeks, the High Priestess of Fire is going to passionately visit you. And she's going to show you how to create your own reality in the most passionate of ways. This is like an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And those signs are all about expressing themselves, and that's weird. And it's all about just feeling what you feel and being able to express that. You know what I mean? And that's a kind of a part of creating your own reality. By accepting the way that you feel about certain things, so that you know where you want to go and what you don't want. So let your light shine bright, Virgo, because the High Priestess of Fire is going to pay you a visit. So that was your past, present, and future reading. I have a few more cards though to show you, because at the bottom of the deck, which is going to be the underlying energy of your reading, for the light we had expression, Virgo. So it was kind of weird that the High Priestess of Fire is an expression energy, because this is also coming up in the light for you. So both the light and the dark would like you to express yourself. You are an angel. You inspire people to be a balance of light and dark. So, you know, it'd be really hypocritical of you to try to separate those parts of yourself. The light would like you to express your feelings. The dark would like to express. So Virgo, you're going to be really figuring out and discovering how to express your dark and light this month in September, and possibly in Libra season as well. This talks all about expressing how one feels, and I know Virgo can struggle with that sometimes, but just know that the angels are telling you that it's very important for you to express the way that you feel in the month of September. And for the dark, you have vision. And here's this full moon again, you guys, with the number 8, okay? That's an infinity. So Virgo is always having visions, is what I'm hearing. The infinity versions that you, the visions, virgins, you guys are virgins, but the infinity of visions that Virgo is able to tap into is just ongoing, okay? So this is really about having a vision about something in your future, or that all these underlying energies are kind of prophetic and are contributing to some type of vision that Virgo is going to have around the time of this full moon, or in your future. It could be even the next full moon. I have no idea, but this is very psychic energy. You have the moon here and the moon here, okay? So a lot of psychic energy coming up for you, a lot of high priestess and angel energy as well. So you are going to be having visions, Virgo, and I feel like the moon plays a part in that. And I feel like the fact that you apologized for something and humbled yourself, even if you apologize to the universe, it doesn't have to be an apology to a person, but you apologized for some things that you done wrong, and in return you were able to step into a very spiritual position. So let's sum up your reading and then grab a traditional tarot card for you. So in the past, you had Allow Love and Grove. So this is an apologetic energy. The dark is telling you to admit wrongs and to heal yourself. So this is a healing energy, because the light, Allow Love, is also a healing energy. So it's almost like you allowed love and you humbled yourself and you apologized. This is in the past. The light and the dark are explaining that together with each other. So, you know, that kind of goes hand in hand. To allow love in and to heal yourself, you know, this is a very healing energy. So I feel like Virgo was going through a process of a healing broken heart in the past. And then we have, for the present moment, right now, Virgo, as you're watching this, we have nature and the moon. So I believe that the moon tomorrow is going to really bring a different view of nature to you. It's more important now than ever to go outside. I mean, this angel is literally coming down from the sky with these electricity bolts. You know what I mean? This is a very interesting, mysterious energy. So I think that this is saying, make sure you're getting out in nature tomorrow. Make sure that you are connecting with the planet and connecting with our universe, meditating tomorrow under this full moon, okay? So that is what the light and the dark had to tell you about your present moment, that you basically are under the nature of the moon, and that in the past you allowed love and healing in. And for your future, we have Archangel Metatron and the High Priestess of Fire. So you have two strong figures here. The light and the dark are protecting you and sending you two very strong figures, okay? So this is passion, this is protection, this is balance and justice. This is really great for you, Virgo. So this is what your future is looking like. You're very powerful. You have the angelic, archangelic potential, and you have the High Priestess of Fire to help you be passionate. So you're being healed, you're being protected, and you're being loved, and that is very, very amazing to see. So the moon card talks about pulling another card, okay? When you read in this little book here, it talks about pulling another card about what the moon is going to be revealing to you. So for your extra tarot card, if you don't mind, I'm going to pull it for the moon, but it's honestly whatever card wants to come out for you. So this is for Virgo for the month of September 2017, Pisces Priestess channel for Virgo angels. What can we tell the angels with traditional tarot? What can I tell Virgo? What is a good message? Any underlying messages of their reading for the month of September, solar returns for Virgo, September 2017. I would like one card for the Virgos who watch my channel. Well, I seen the Ten of Pentacles, and I see the Ace of Wands, but that wasn't very clear, guys. So let's try again. One card, please, to best depict a message for Virgo energy. What could we tell Virgo? And another thing, guys, is that your energy definitely took a while to come out. The future of the darkness, it took so long to shuffle your guys' cards before this video. So that's why I'm glad that I didn't really do it on camera, because I might have made myself flustered. But what that tells me, okay, this has shown itself twice. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the Hierophant is the card. Whoa, there's another one. Okay. Is this it? Is this the card? Yeah. The Two of Wands as well. Okay, so there's some future planning, Virgo. So I would definitely pay attention to the future in your past, present, and future reading. So the Hierophant is Taurus. Okay, that may speak to some of you, but this is also being put in a very high position of advice, being a leader in an authoritative kind of role model for people. Okay, and I really like this card for you guys, the Two of Wands, because it's like both of these are earth energy, and both of them are in between two pillars. Okay, so there's definitely some choices to be made and some future planning that Virgo is doing. But what I was saying is, before you're reading, like I literally know what that kind of stuff means. And oh, Ten of Cups, Virgo, Pisces. But yeah, your future position of your reading, it took a long time to come out. And I'm like, what that showed me is that the energy, it really didn't want to reveal too much about where the Virgos are going in their future. Okay, so that's a little bit interesting to me. What that tells me spiritually and psychically is that, you know, it could go either way, Virgo. The universe is really planning a lot with you, and your future is very big and bright. And I really hope you enjoy this reading, Virgo. It's very important for me to get these messages across to you. Okay, very important. I wish you guys a very happy birthday, but I do want to mention one last thing before I let you go. There's going to be a grand Earth trine on the 28th of this month, where Pallas Athena in Taurus and Pluto in Capricorn, two Earth signs. Okay, so Pluto in Capricorn, Pallas Athena in Taurus, and then there's going to be the Sun and the Moon in Virgo. So that's three Earth sign. Okay, so that forms a triangle. I think it's a yod, okay, the finger of God. It's an isosceles 90-degree angle. I think there's 20 degrees in between each of these points. You can't quote me on that, but there is a lot of earth energy this month for you. And I told Taurus the same thing. I'm going to tell Capricorn the same thing. So on the 28th, make sure you're very much grounding yourself. Make sure you're out in nature and that you are connecting with the planet. And you do have Regulus in your sign, Virgo. If I were you guys, I would research what Regulus is. Regulus has entered Virgo. And also you will have Cupid, the asteroid, I believe, or comet. I'm sorry, I was so focused on the reading that I forgot this additional information. But I would definitely research Cupid and Regulus, because those are also in Virgo. So much Virgo energy this month, guys. So much 7th house energy for me. So much 7th house energy for you. I honestly wish you guys a very blessed Pisces full moon. I trust that your intuitions will evolve, and that whatever spiritually is going on with the angels, you know, it's all in divine order. I really enjoyed your guys' reading. I enjoyed giving you guys messages, and I hope you guys are having a great month. It's not over. You have until the 23rd to do this Virgo thing. And then, you know, the archangels are going to come in and be all archangelish. But, you know, you have until then. So I would take this time to ground, Virgo, and to really, you know, honestly embrace your logical side, but just keep open your intuition and the spiritual messages that you'll receive through dreams and things like that. It's the same thing for me. I'm trying to combine spirituality and realism. So it's kind of like the practical psychic, okay? It's like practical spirituality, which is an amazing learning opportunity for you and me. So, okay, Virgo, I may talk to you guys a little bit later on in the month. It depends on my situation. If not, I will definitely be talking to you guys in Libra season, okay? So have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Happy birthday, Virgo.